Hey, what is up, everyone? I'm running late for my own show. Get that camera adjusted. What is up? Mr. Jack Bryan is here bidding on a storage unit so I can pay close attention. On a storage unit so I can pay close attention. Well, good deal. No sound. Uh-oh. I have no sound? Um, check, 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 check. Who has no sound? Can you hear me? Mark can hear me. Yeah, it's probably a Brian problem. Probably a Brian problem, most likely. Welcome in, Mark. Good to have you here, my friend. I'm still trying to I was running late. I was up and around. I knew that the show was going to be on, and right at the last second, I was just all of a sudden running late. What is up? Jordan is here, upstate picker. Good to see you. Um, Susan is here. She can hear me as well. You forgot it was Wednesday. I know when you're on summer break, the days just all seem to run together, don't they? It's hard. Some days I don't know what day. I can't remember it's Wednesday and I have to do a show. Uh, but Susan, since you are here and it is Wednesday, what you having for lunch? Let's find out what Susan is having for lunch today. And then we'll get into the meat of the show. What's going on? Oh, I didn't even start the show right. Hey, welcome to another episode of Ken versus 10. Welcome to Wednesday. I'm Ken. Who knows what the 10 is these days? It is fixed. Chad is here. What is up, Chad? The quirky picker. Chad is having spaghetti for lunch. I love spaghetti. Every time where did we go here recently to a restaurant that was oh, when we went when we were in Barberton with Brian and Tracy and Roman and cousin Dan and Jill and I, we were there because they have this specialty Barberton chicken or Serbian chicken, but they had spaghetti on the menu and it just looked good. And it's like, well, you can't come to a place that specializes in chicken. That's what they're famous for, and get the spaghetti. Oh, Susan needs lunch suggestions. Been busy working on packing for their move. That's right, they are moving and haven't eaten yet. So if you guys have some suggestions, of course, Chad is eating spaghetti. That's a little more difficult to fix while you're on the move. Maybe some fast food. Uh oh, so here is a unit. Brian, when does this unit go? When does this unit go off? Um, that you are trying to bid on. Spaghetti Warehouse in Toledo. I have not, but I used to go the when it was the old Spaghetti Warehouse in Columbus, in downtown Columbus. We used to go there, but then they closed that down and tore it down, and they have a new location that I haven't been to yet. Oh, it should have already been done, but dumb people keep adding time. Let's see, why can't I? $860 it looks like it's at right now with about 1 minute left. Are you winning this bid? Are you currently winning this bid? If you're following that link that Brian put in there, he is bidding on a storage unit. I'm not sure why this. Oh, I see why. Um, it looks like it's got a lot of cool stuff in there. A good size unit. It's like some games. What else do I see in here? Lots of boxes of stuff. About a minute left. That's the chance you take, Chad. What if those boxes are empty? That is the challenge. Sushi. Susan, do you like sushi? Wait. Oh, wait, Paul. Since you're here, uh, let me outbid Brian real quick on that. It's in Chattanooga. Hey, Paul, one day when Susan was out for a couple of days and you were in here, I had made this. What's Paul having for lunch today? Look, Paul's outside his palatial mansion there in Florida by the pool, grilling out some steaks and some shrimps. So we'll also find out. Maybe it'll be a good. No way, she's not a shrimp fan. Oh, wait, did I leave that? I left that up on the screen. Okay, now it's down. Very accurate picture, yes. Paul's got his big out there by the pool, grilling out. Usually something more. He'll spend more on one lunch meal than I'd like have for all my meals a week. And Todd is there. Silver hair stacker is here. What is up, Todd? Is that Philly's? Yeah, that's just his getaway cabin. That's not even his main home. That's his secondary home. Oh, the bid keeps going up. 900. Brian, is that you? Is that you leading that right now? Yeah, that's just the butler's quarters. So I've been waiting for Paul to come in so I could show his what's Paul having for lunch graphic. Shout out to AI for help on that. So how's everybody's week? If you saw my thumbnail that said third shift for the win, that has to do with it has just been absolutely brutally hot around here. Yes, Whatnot is paying good for sure. Two Paul is just absolutely killing it over there. And it has nothing to do with anything but hard work. That's it. It isn't some magical formula or anything. Paul puts in the work. Um, if he's not selling, he's shipping. If he's not shipping, he's out buying more stuff. He's like 24/7 over there at Philly Flipper Enterprises. Um, and he's putting in the work, and it is paying off for him. What is up, Raz? Oh yes, yeah. He has the natural blue eyes. See, I just got all these. I just got these shit brindle brown eyes. Nothing special. Nothing special. He is a robot. He is a robot. Um, 27 seconds left on this auction at 900. Brian, is that your bid? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see it. Uh-oh, it went up to 910. 3 minutes. Man, this show don't last forever, Brian. Win this damn thing. My mother is here. Breakdancing Judy. It is hot, hot, hot. My mother and my sister have been out staining the front porch at over at my folks' house, and they're getting out there at like 6:30 in the morning, getting everything prepped. and they'll stain for a few hours until it starts to get warm. We've had 100+ degree heat indexes. I know it was over 100, high 90s regular temperature. Um, Only one show today for Paul. That's it. Um, um, Wait. Oh, that's why I can't see this over here. Yes, Paul. I keep bookmarking it every day. It's like, oh, Paul's doing the show today, and then Paul's not doing the show today. I don't know if I'm going to watch all 24 hours, but I will definitely be in and out. Um, no, I did not get my dad's eyes. My dad has those baby blues as well, and I did not get them. Uh, yeah, Paul, or 8 shows in 4 days. Have to take a small break and unload in Chattanooga. And unload a unit in Chattanooga. Okay. Yes. Farming bookmarks. I learned that from you, Paul. I'm behind on everything. We'll talk about that a little bit too, but um that's going to be epic. 24 hours and then probably at least that to package it all up and ship it out. Um uh oh yes, maybe Paul was my brother. Maybe Paul got his eyes from my dad. Mom, do you have something to say? I'm just saying. I don't know. Somehow you ended up with a Ukrainian baby. I don't know. I don't know how that my dad ended up with the Ukrainian. I don't even know how that works. Um. So anyway, it has been hot here. Oh, folks come into town by on July 3rd. Oh, that's cool. So I always enjoy seeing when either you go home or your family comes to your place. I love the family relationship. I like to get to see that on your videos and your Instagrams and stuff like that. I'm a big family guy myself. We're a pretty close knit group over here, and but all of our folks live, right around here in town. Um, Mary McQueen is here. What is up, Mary McQueen? I was on a show last night. It is brutal here in Ohio. Um, Aunt Judy and Kat, you're doing way better than I am. I'm not even awake at 6:30 in the morning. Yay, and Jill is here. Jill is here. Speaking of hot, well, Jill, hubba hubba. I think you know what I'm saying. You've seen Jill. You've seen Jill. Um, but her office doesn't have air conditioning, or the air conditioner was broke. They're actually supposed to be there today to fix it, but all of this week she's had to reschedule clients or at least give clients the option, let them know that her office was, 85 to 90 degrees in there. And if they wanted to reschedule or if they wanted to come in, uh, Jill is definitely hot. She is. She is. Um, I canceled the rest. They are here, canceled the rest. So the air conditioner people are at Jill's office, going to get that place cooled down. So she's not being able to see clients because of the heat, folks. Man, going to go broke from heat. Well, now she's going to go broke from running the air conditioner all the time. But yeah, my mom is never up that early. It's only because of the heat and painting. Um, so I'll get to to the point of my story. Third shift for the win. I bought a mini split. I think I've talked about that on here. I bought a mini split for my office in the garage, which is in a middle section of the garage, and it's closed off and it's all insulated and stuff. But I have a big heater in there, but nothing to cool it. And so a mini split is a combination air conditioner and heater. So one unit that does everything. But I don't have it installed. I just got it a couple weeks ago, and I'm waiting for my nephew, um, who's a heating and air conditioning guy. That's what he does for a living, to come over and we're gonna put it in. But it's not in yet. And the garage gets way too warm in the day to actually be out there and work. So I decided, because it's much cooler at night, that I was going to start working third shift. So what I've been doing is, oh, Brian, $960. Did you get it? And Brian did win that storage unit. Head back up. There's a link there. You can take a look at some pictures. They won all the way in Chattanooga, Tennessee, from Atlanta, Georgia to Chattanooga. They won a storage unit, $960. Congratulations. And hopefully all of those boxes are pure profit. I see a ring light back there. I see a ring light in the back. Maybe there's some camera equipment in there, some video camera stuff, some very cool. Congratulations on that. I'll be excited to see the upcoming videos and the upcoming whatnot for that storage unit. So I decided to work third shift, and which means I would go to bed early in the evening, like 8:30, and I was getting up about midnight, 12:30, and I would go out in the garage and work in the middle of the night, which at the first couple of nights, it's like, oh, it's hard to get up, hard to get motivated, hard to get out there. But once I was out there, then I'd work until, I'd work 3-4 hours or something, depending on when I got out there. So I'd usually come in between 4 and 5, usually a little after 4, and just get stuff done. Take photographs, list stuff, just organize. I've got some organization to do to be able to put the mini split in. And it has been cool because it's quiet. Not only is it in the middle of the night, things are just quiet then, but this thing right here isn't constantly bring, bring, woohoo, woohoo, tick, 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 woohoo, woohoo, tick, tick, bring, bring. It's just, there's nothing going on. I don't get notifications. I don't get messages. And it's just been going to stay in Chattanooga. And there is Roman. Brian decided to just buy whatnot and keep it only for himself, and sometimes let Ken sell on there once every 10 years. What is up, Roman? Hey, what is up, night shift? Yeah, I was just telling about that. Corey, I'm going to talk about you here in a second too. But it's been great. It like I say, it's quiet. I get stuff done. I'm out there. I'm motivated to get things done. I actually got things listed while I was out there because I'm trying to clean up, and rather than just picking stuff up and putting it in another box and moving it to another location, I am looking at it. I'm assessing it. I'm taking pictures. I'm listing it, or at least getting stuff drafted. Raz missed the graveyard shift. I can't say that I will miss it when I get back to regular yeah, the weather that they had over in South Dakota has moved west here. It's been in Ohio and down in Georgia, and it's I don't know, it's just been cool to work out there. And it's like, it makes me think, because this job, reselling, I don't have specific hours. Now, obviously, I can't go sourcing in the middle of the night. Um, so I would have to do that during the day. But as far as getting the work done that you do with your photographing and listing and sorting and all of that stuff, um, worked at a mortuary on the night shift. Hey, great movie, by the way. Shout out to Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton. And what was the lady? Ah, what's the lady's name? She used to play on Cheers. She played on Cheers as Diane. She was in the movie Night Shift. I don't know. Somebody will let me know. Raz will let me know here real quick. He knows all that stuff. Brian said that Corey will get 5% stake on Whatnot, but he has to move and trade all his subs to Brian and Tracy. I don't think that. Oh, there we go. That's right. Shelley Long. Shelley Long, that played Diane on Cheers, was also in Night Shift. Great movie. Yes, Shelley Long. Yep. Um, so yeah, it's just been hot, and I was comping some stuff. Okay. I think I had mentioned last week about Corey had done some stuff on this little thing on AI on ChatGPT to be able to like comp stuff when you're out at sales or thrift stores or wherever you're at, or maybe just looking through your death pile, that it'll go out and it'll search eBay, it'll show you comps, it'll show you whether it's a good idea that meets particular criteria, like is it a $20 or more item? Is it going to sell within under 6 months or whatever? Um, if you want to see a little bit about what he's talking about, that's the latest video in that link there from over at Grams and Pops. And but the like the little, not an app, but the little chat GPT thing, basically you just snap a picture. If you're out at the sales or whatever, you know how like when you're comping stuff at a sale, you got to open up eBay and you're searching, you got to type in the item and you got to go and you're searching sell-through rate versus sell-through, the listings versus the solds. And just this little prompt in chat GPT will go out and do all of that for you, and just by taking a photograph, and it is surprisingly accurate. Either items that I've had already that I knew what the value was, I can snap the picture and it's very accurate to show. Again, I modified mine. I seen in Corey's video this morning, I was watching it. Corey, you have a new version. You have to hit me up with your prompt. Shoot that over to me. Let me see what you're doing. But I modified that ChatGPT prompt a little bit myself, um, with a little bit of extra text, so that it immediately, if I snap a picture from it, the first thing that will do, if it meets the criteria that I want, the very first line of it gives me a thumbs up and says buy it. If it's below my criteria or doesn't meet it, it'll give me a thumbs down and say, to pass on the item. And then even if it's a pass, I can go through and see its explanation of why it doesn't meet my criteria, which may be like a minimum of a $20 item. But it also will help with like the sell-through rate of how they sell. So maybe if it's still like a $15 item or something like that, but it has an incredible sell-through rate, I still may decide to purchase it, just because I know it's going to be a quick turnover. But very cool. It's just amazing. It's fun to do. And then I still go old school. I got a little bit of Teresa in me as well. So I'm going to verify. I'm going to check. I'm going to look at eBay and see these sold comps and decide if it is something that I do want to buy. But so as I've been out there working in the garage, when I pick up an item, rather than going to eBay and typing it in and trying to find it in search. The first thing I'm doing is just snapping a photo of it with this little AI generated prompt, and it gives me an idea if I actually want to put it in the listing pile or put it in the donate or the yard sale, or some items that are not over that, say, $20 um, that $20 threshold or whatever, might be great whatnot items to put out there. Not again, not because they're lower quality or not superior enough to sell. They're just not something that I would list on eBay. Yes, trust it, but verify. Definitely. Got to do the work for sure. Um, the trust and verify, Jill says. So that's been cool. But Corey talks a little bit about it on his video today, and that they tried to use it. I mean, he built it for this big highway sale that they were doing over the weekend, and the one failure, there was one failure to it. Um, I won't be a spoiler. Won't spoiler a link. Uh, I clicked on the link and Ken was gone. Am I not here? ChatGPT told me today that I am AI, not human. I might believe that, Roman, if I didn't know you. You are the most genuine human, one of the most genuine humans that I know. Um, and again, we had talked last week that the previous weekend got to hang out with Roman at that citywide sale. Oh, it took you. I see you clicked on that link and it took you away from my channel. Well, we don't need that. Man, I should be mindful of that. Um, but I'm trying to get ready. Yes, it was. It was amazing to hang out. Um, that was a pic of Rick Astley. You got Rick rolled. Brad's got Rick rolled. Yes, if Roman was AI, we would make more of him, a lot more, for sure. Um, what else did that I have? Um, so yeah, I just finished that up with. It's been hot. The weather is supposed to start to straighten up after today, but we won't be around in the area because Jill and I tomorrow morning are leaving on another adventure. We are going to the St. Louis area, Alton, Illinois, to be exact, for the Mississippi River Music Festival. Friends of ours that are associated or part of the band Feel. I talk about the band Feel on here all the time, but Zach is the main promoter or director for the Mississippi River Music Festival. Uh, and we are going there in a volunteer capacity. We are going to help out with the festival. I know we're on the schedule a couple of days to take tickets, um, and who knows wherever they need us, merch table, hospitality, uh, walking around with a broom, sweeping up cigarette butts. Who knows? Um, Whatever they need us to do to help out. But it's going to be fun. There is tons of great talent, headlined by a band, Blackberry Smoke is one of the main headliners. Um, and so we're super excited, not only for the festival and to see our friends, but just for the getaway part of it again. Both been working hard. Need to find some groupies. Do I qualify as a groupie? A Grams and Pops groupie? Blackberry Smoke is a great band. There you go, Jordan. Jordan is familiar. Um, so we're looking forward to just getting away again for kind of a long weekend. Thursday, I think we're coming home Sunday. Yeah, and mostly Jill says she's mostly stoked to help Zach, who's like one of the main promoters of the event. And yeah, just to get to hang out with him and some of the band members from the band Feel will be there. They are also helping volunteer. They are not playing there this year. I think they played there last year. If I'm not mistaken, the headliner was ZZ Top last year. Um, and Raz is always working on projects. Go check out Razilla Realm YouTube. Have a patriotic song coming out on the 4th, then a load of special PSA announcements on top of some Christmas music because we are getting into Christmas in July. Uh Wait, what is the date next Wednesday? Next Wednesday is July the 2nd. So I will be making an announcement on this show next Wednesday pertaining to Christmas in July. It'll be Santa beard season, some whatnot stuff coming up. Um, oh, it was at another event that they were with. Uh, at Los Angeles Kings, the hockey team. So I'm excited about that. Excited about Santa beard season, Christmas in July coming up. We'll be talking about that. Got whatnot stuff coming up with that. Going to be doing a whatnot Christmas in July raid train, which is part of my stuff. We had an issue in our area. I went out to work third shift, right, to get some stuff done in my garage. And I get out there and we have no internet. No, I have Spectrum. We all have Spectrum service around here. I have Spectrum on my phone, but my internet is Spectrum, my cable and everything. Um, oh, the original name of the channel, LA Kings based. Gotcha. It and we had no internet. Spectrum had some sort of a major issue, a major outage. We had no phone service, no internet service, no anything. So I was a bit stifled in what I could get done that night. I couldn't list, I couldn't comp. I was going to do some stuff. I'm going to have a big plush show on Whatnot next Monday, this upcoming Monday at noon. Um, the Spectrum has more glitches than eBay. Sometimes it seems that way. Uh, okay, missed the R in front. So R at R Los Angeles Kings. Go look that up. See what Raz is up to these days with all the stuff that he's putting out. Um, so I was like, oh, no internet. And then the whole next day, it was it was out until like late in the afternoon. I had packages I had to get out. I couldn't produce any labels. Because again, there was no, it's not like, oh, just switch from Wi-Fi over to mobile data. There was no mobile data. The whole phone system, the whole kit and caboodle was down. So I was sweating that. So finally, a little after 3 in the afternoon, it came back on. And there was a big like rush around to get my labels. Of course, I had everything packaged by then. Yes, it did. We did feel a little bit Amish that day. And it's amazing how much in just everyday life that you are relying on the internet or the internet services. And I was talking to my dad about it, And yeah, because I was doing the whole, oh, when I was a kid, we didn't have internet, obviously, or whatever, and you just made do. We made it through life every day without the internet, without being connected, without having some device that was dependent upon some sort of signal. And uh let's see here. Roman, we are all in for a trip to Cleveland. Just need for the weather to change. Epic night with Roman that I will fall asleep at 8 p.m. We were all up late nights in Seville. Nothing is safe without making fun of it, including yours truly. I do have a few true tributes to my late wife on there. Go check them out. Go check them out. But as my dad and I were talking about it, when I was a kid, we didn't have anything. And when he was a kid, they they had to take a shit in the shed in the backyard. I mean, my folks both grew up at a time where they had outhouses. They didn't have indoor plumbing at all. And which is just baffles my mind that you would have to get up. You didn't have an indoor shower. You didn't have a bathroom in the middle of winter. You either had to traipse out there and sit on a cold seat, or shit in a bucket in your bedroom, carry it out the next day. Yes, the old shit shed. um. So yeah, so we didn't have the internet that day, and then it came back and it all was right with the world. But so that's what we got going on this weekend as well. It's going over towards St. Louis. Um, I never heard about that. Susan says, my mom had an outhouse in the middle of West Virginia, but I didn't know Dad had to do that too. Um, yeah, apparently I would assume so. Be growing up in the same house, uh, they would have had an outhouse. Um, one of my ex-girlfriends mentioned that I was a modern day Longfellow. Both are sisters-in-law. Oh, so ex-girlfriends ended up marrying your brothers? My dad is not on here, but there. But Breakdancing Judy is here, and so that usually means my dad is watching next door as well. Uh the what else? Oh, I got a couple of new hats coming today. I like this style. I've decided I have tons of these different hats that all kind of look the same, but I have decided that my favorite is like a six panel. So one, two, three, four, five, six panels the way it's sewn together. But we're gonna be out in the sun all day at the festival, and so tell Fred I am at Kroger's getting gas, so she does not get in trouble. Uh Roman still goes to the forest for number two. Oh, Roman, I liked your little video yesterday. Speaking of storage units, um uh Brian just bought a storage unit, but Roman just recently got a storage unit. And Roman, I'm going to spoiler alert your video. I'm going to spoiler alert one of your latest things. But there was a washer and dryer in one of the units, in a unit that Roman had bought. And the person had hauled the washer into the storage unit, still with water in it and clothing. Had clothing and what, and who knows how long it had been in there. And he said the smell was incredible. Uh and not incredible in a good way. Yay, Jill, for getting gas at Kroger. Jill gassing up for the trip tomorrow. Roman the tree fertilizer. That's right. Roman's doing his part for the environment, even if it means shitting in the woods. Maybe that'll be the new saying. You know, does Roman shit in the woods rather than a bear? Yeah, it sounds disgusting. Yeah, it's you never know what you're gonna find in a storage unit. Um, but I ordered some new hats and they should be here today. And they're like this style or very similar, but they're mesh. They're like kind of an open mesh on the sides and kind of like a. It looks like it's almost like the mesh, like a baseball jersey or a football jersey or whatever to have, kind of up the middle. We'll see what happens when when they get here. I ordered a black one and kind of a darker navy blue one. So they should be here today, sometime between 2 and 5. At least that's what the Amazon delivery thing says. Um yes, that it was probably, yeah, an eviction unit. And hope you completed the cycle. Yeah, you should have just plugged that washer in, Roman. If that's what he means, completed the cycle of the wash. Um Todd told me everything should be done as in the 1500s. Use the toilet outside as whatever. What is up, Brendan? I hope they're still stovepipe hats. Yeah, I got a big mesh Lincoln stovepipe hat for what is up, Brendan? Good to see you. Um yeah, they evicted the washer for sure. Um Roman, no proof, but Roman is 50% grizzly, a Russian grizzly bear. That's terrifying, actually. So I have to see if my new hats get here. Um, you know what I started to say earlier when I seen Mary McQueen on here, and a lot of times Mike Metco is here in the chat. I'm just gonna throw out a link here. Don't 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 click and run away on me, Chad. Um, that last night over on the Reseller Locker Room podcast with Ben and the boys, they did a surprise birthday party for Mike Metco. Now, his birthday's not for a couple weeks, and he's turning 70 years old. I would have never guessed Mike to be 70 years old because he gets around well, and he gets around all over to all these meetups. They had a surprise birthday live for him, and I was honored to participate, to be on the panel for a little while. I actually had to bail out a little early. I was in the middle of mowing. I was mowing the yard, and I had set myself a reminder because I'm old too. I'm an old dude, and I have to set myself reminders when I got stuff coming up. And I set so as I'm on the mower, because I'm usually listening to music when I'm on the mower, and I get a notification, and it was a text that I had sent to myself saying, "Oh, you got to do Mike Metco's birthday show." And so I had to come in, park the mower, wipe the sweat off, change the shirt, and get on the show. So if you want to see a replay of that, I know Roman was on there, which is always a good time. John and Jenna from Flippin' Ain't Easy. Of course, Alex from also from the locker room with Ben. Archie Biscuit Butt. Mary was on there. Brad from Black Sheep Society. Jefferson was on there. I can't remember his channel, but it was just a good time and a great time to honor a person that's a good friend in Mike Metco, a good friend of mine, a good friend of the whole community. So if nothing else, go over there, give it a thumbs up. throw in the comments a happy birthday to Mike Metco, which is actually July the 7th, but appreciate him. Mike is just 5 months older than me. You're not the okay, so you slipped in. You slipped in under Mike Metco. When you get this old, everybody just seems to be like the same age. I would never guess you to be Todd. I got to meet you in Nashville. I would never guess you to be that much older than I am. That's yeah, you're old. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Um, uh, look out for That House is the name of the song. So if you're checking out Raz's page over there, look for that. Look out for That House is the name of the song. Okay, so check that out. Throw that back up for a second. Um, the so that was cool to be on that. So click on that link, go over, at least give them a thumbs up, say a happy birthday in the chat. I'm sure that Mike will be following along with those as well. So going away on our trip today is packing day. Got to wash up a little bit of clothing, just some stuff I've worn this week that I want to wear this weekend. Going to go out and it's about about a 7-hour trip for us, drive time over to the St. Louis or to the Alton, Illinois area, and we are going to leave early in the morning, travel so that we can get there late afternoon, be able to to kind of hook up with Zach and the rest of the crew, see what we need to do down there at the festival, and yes, pack enough undies. Um, I always overpack underwear for some reason, like I'm gonna shit myself twice a day for every day that we're gone. But the last time we went on a trip, when we went to Nashville, when we were at the Nashville meetup, we left from Nashville and drove to Alton, Illinois, directly from there to go. Why did we? Oh, for the band Feel was they had a special at a brewery. They had enough, or they had their own special beer that a local brewery had made. An IPA was cool. Yeah, there are enough bathrooms on the way, and we stop at all of them, Roman. If you travel with Jill, you've heard me before, and I'm not bringing her on to defend herself. She just has to put up with me running her down about it. But the last time Jill just wasn't thinking when she was packing, and we actually ended up having to go to the store for Jill to buy more underwear because she was all out of underwear on the trip. So Jill, don't tell me how to pack. But I'm looking forward to that. I got some work to do. I got a couple of things to package up today for shipping yet today. Working like the third shift. I then sleep a little bit later once I come out, so I didn't get that stuff down. Yeah, she could. I had plenty, Brendan. And you know what? It was inconsiderate of me not to offer. But in my defense, we were out and about, and then Jill mentioned, "Hey, can we stop at like there was a Target like right up the road from the hotel? Can we stop at the Target?" Is like, "Yeah, sure, we got a Target at home. There's nothing exciting about going to a Target." Here she turns out she needed more No, she couldn't, Brennan. Jill says. shout out, shout out to 32 Degrees. 32 Degrees is a clothing company, and I wear a lot of their stuff, including their underwear. 32, they call them 32 degree cool. They have 32 degree cool items and they have 32 degree heat items, which are more of their winter stuff. So a lot of times when you see me wearing, in the winter and fall, and I have like the mock turtleneck shirts on, the long sleeve, those all come from 32 degrees. I have some jeans. They call them sweatpant jeans. Um, that are from 32 degrees. I like those. I have some socks that are from 32 degrees. Um, yes, TMI for sure. Too much information about Jill and her underwear and maybe my underwear. But I should get, rather than Kraft macaroni and cheese, because they're not giving me any money. Maybe I should start promoting 32 degrees. Uh Oh, why did I not have my why do I not have my dude wipes right here? Oh, okay. As you can see, last week I talked about the camera is still here. I thought the camera was going to sell like almost instantly. I think I might have it priced a little bit too high, but because there's so very few listed and so many sold, I think eventually somebody is I'm just going to have one of the only ones left. Um uh There you go. Just to make things easier, just don't wear any underwear. See, Jill, Roman's always here to help, always helping out. Uh, I know, Corey, but I don't have patience. I want it to sell right now. Uh, Raise the price on the camera. I already am at the high end. I see a lot of them go at auction, and they go in the higher prices or in the range that I would want. But I'm at 425. It's really probably in the 350 to 400 range. I had decided if I got an offer, anything 375 or more, I would take it and be done. So I have it listed at 425. And I have this, I get an offer. I did get an offer, and I've sent out some offers. I did get an offer for 320, right? Like kind of right after I listed it. I replied to the person with an offer at 400 and said, this is newly listed, that I will consider lower offers after, a little bit of time. I want to see how it goes, but here's an offer for some savings. I had sent an offer at 400. Yeah, Brian could sell it for 10,000 on his whatnot. Um, Sell it on the dollar auction on District. I don't know about that's too risky, especially being like a first time I was on there. So sends me an offer for 320. I send him a counter at 400, and with that explanation, newly listed, going to consider um, lower offers at a later time. So the next day, I get an offer from the same person that was for 330. Like, ooh, $10 more? That's going to change my mind. Here, buy it. Let's click the button. So I just like, okay, whatever. I just declined, just straight out declined that offer. Next day, I get an offer from the same person for 350. Now that's starting to get into the range. 350 is probably, a lot where they're selling to 400. I have seen them over 400, especially with, I have the box, I have everything with it. And so I see the offer for 350 from the same person. And so as I start to look at it, I see that the person is from China. I didn't okay, it's like I just didn't want to deal with that and the shipping and getting to China and da 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 da. And so, and then I've already politely sent them a thing that I'll consider the lower offers later. And I don't have time all day to just to keep fooling with $10 more, $10 more, $20. So I declined the offer and blocked the bidder. What is up, Carolyn? Carolyn KK Lewis is here. Good afternoon, my friend. It is good to see you. Um, yeah, Roman, 10,000 bucks. You might be confusing him with Paul. I should ship it to Paul. Let him put it on his 24-hour marathon show he has coming up. Oh, speaking of shows coming up. Speaking of shows coming up, everybody, you need to click on this link right here. This is a t-shirt battle tonight on Whatnot. That link is going to take you to Jack's Treasures channel, because he is taking on Kristen, a rural squirrel, tonight. Hashtag Squirrel Squad. I'm rooting for Kristen. I love Brian and I love Tracy, but I'm rooting for Kristen to beat Brian in the t-shirt battle. Click on that link. Go bookmark that show. It is tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And look already. Another victory for me. LOL. Oh no. Yes, Kristen, a rural squirrel, taking on Brian at Jack's Treasures. It's going to be epic. I predict another loss for Brian. Now, he's been on a pretty good streak here lately. I think, Brian, what is your. I know that you're undefeated in June anyway. Um, what is your true record this year? Brian says he needs. What are you? So you've had what? January, February, March, April, May, and this is June. So you've had 5 matches this year, and this is a great concept. I love this. Once a month, Brian is taking on another Whatnot seller in a graphic tee battle. It's a race to 7. They're running 15 shirts. The loser does not get ran. So whoever you bid for, you get to choose. If you win the battle or if you win the bid, you get to choose which shirt you want, and that person gets a point. And so it's a race to 7. Okay, look, here he goes. I think I'm undefeated. Well, I know you have at least one loss. Right? Right here to this guy. One loss. But in the lies, he says, I'll go back and watch the previous episodes. Or they're probably not up there. But yeah, what is your record this year? So, but anyway, what the plan is that we are 3-2. So 3 wins, 2 losses. So he's got the upper hand. I predict he's at 50% tonight after taking on a rural squirrel. Brian didn't lose. Yes, he just didn't win. Or if Chris Cajun was in here, he would say Ken technically won or technically lost. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to be checking that out tonight. But yeah, go in there, bid them up, bid up the shirts. But the whole concept is he's doing a battle each month with a different Whatnot seller, right? Graphic tees, winner take all. And then at the end of the year in December, it will be like a super mega battle where he will bring on each person in like a split screen that has battled this year, and they all get a chance to run one shirt against him, one shirt against Brian's shirt, in an epic battle, and to see, where he finishes, see if I will be bringing my best stuff to see if I can best him twice, and for the year. Just a really cool idea, really fun show. They're always fun shows, with great shirts, because his competition really brings the heat, which means Brian has to keep bringing the heat, constantly on the lookout for new shirts, new stuff. Yes, and then that's how he keeps his record. If you bid on Kristen's shirt, you just get booted out of the show. And so that's how he has a 3-2 record. Um, he didn't know where the boot button was when he was taking me on. Or just might have been afraid of me. That could have been it too. Um, yeah, Brian always wins, but not at Whatnot. I hope he runs a white. Yeah, do you have any like white sleeveless, like, wife beater, sort of just a plain white? Brendan's your guy. You can pander. A lot of pandering goes on. People have their crowds, and that's one thing that's great is when you do this battle, it's kind of that collaboration there on Whatnot where I'm going to promote that stuff, say as Kristen is, and Kristen's going to bring her audience with her, right, over to Brian's channel. And in turn, Brian's audience gets introduced and gets a chance to see Kristen, or whoever he's battling that month. And so those audiences commingle, and people follow each other, and people support, and you get, a few new buyers and people that's never seen you before. And so it's not only to make some sales, it's to have fun and build up each community. Apex Jeff is here, still going, just got done with lunch. Good to see you. Is Kristen still on her plush? I'm doing a plush show next week on Whatnot, Monday, noon. And I'm going to follow Kristen, a rural squirrel who does live from the bins. I'm doing live from my living room. But she does a live from the bins. All my shirts in that show will be going to go to Stop Soldier Suicide. That's right, in the December battle. Not only is it a super mega battle show against everybody he's competed with, it is for probably one of the better causes. Brian and Tracy, Brian being a former military. Salute to you, my friend, and thank you for your service. There is a high rate of suicide among soldiers and former, veterans and former folks that have served, and all of the proceeds to that will go to the prevent soldier suicide. So not only fun, not only community building, but charitable. And I should have put charitable at the top because that is super cool to do that. Yes, and it is only cheating if you get caught. Yeah, because we don't know when Tracy's, Brian, here's where it is. Brian's in the front, he's selling the shirts and he's doing stuff. Tracy's in the back banning bidders. She's banning all the bidders from all the competition. Tracy's sneaky. She is sneaky like that. Larry, there you are. Wait, Larry, look at this right here. Look at this. I found out the other day I messaged you on the wrong thing. I've been waiting for you to message me. This is a package that came to me from Larry Way Out One, and he told me to get with him when I got it. I have been waiting. I got this last weekend when I got back. Larry, can I open it up right now? And he said, let him know when I got it. I didn't know if I was supposed to wait to talk to him to open it, but I've been excited for a whole entire week. I've been holding on to, I don't know when it was. Okay, so this look, viewer mail, people. Well, not even viewer mail, it's friend mail. Um, yes, if he sees him in the chat, if Brian sees Brendan in the chat, sleeveless white shirt for you. Uh, what is up, Larry? Hand salute back to you, my friend. Yes. Uh, Brian hand writes mountain and liquid blue on his shirts. He does. Um, so I'm gonna open this right now. Where's this is something it feels maybe a shirt or something. Scissors here. This came from Larry Way Out One. He messaged me one day and said, "Hey, what's your address? I got something." Uh-oh, uh-oh. What do I see on here? I see something Christmassy, something festive. I love getting stuff in the mail when I don't know it's coming. And I like to send stuff in the mail to people when they don't know it's coming. Okay, I'm going to take a peek first here. I'm going to take a peek first. My friend is going to Buddy Guy tomorrow night. Very cool. Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at the camera got all fuzzy. I love this, Larry. I'm going to show it here in a second. But because I am super excited, going to be part of my topic next week. Christmas in July, not only whatnot shows that I'm doing, not only on QVC. I love to watch QVC Christmas in July, but also the Hallmark channels start up Christmas in July movies 24/7. And look at this right here. It's a Hallmark channel hot chocolate kind of day with the festive hot chocolate. Hell yes. That that is cool. I love it. Thank you, Larry, my friend. I appreciate that. And I will be wearing that in July. I might even wear it. Oh, man, I shouldn't have spoiled it. I might even wear it next week on the show because Christmas in July will be in full force. And I'm super excited. I thought it was perfect for you and Christmas in July. Yes. And I appreciate you. There's nothing cooler or heartwarming or humbling as well. Yeah, yay for the shirt. So cool, says my mom. Uh, then when somebody sees something out there and they think of you, and it's so much so to get it, to buy it, to pass it along, to send it to you. Um, it's just cool. It's and you know you get a friend like Larry Way Out One. Uh, we've known each other what about when did we first meet? What meetup was it, Larry, that we first met? We were crossing paths anyway in chats on uh YouTube, watching each other's channels, commenting on chats, and then we got to meet maybe in Cincinnati. Maybe in Cincinnati. Oh, it was Cincinnati. It was the first reseller rally that we went to. Um and what is up, Johnny? Frizzy Finds is here. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. It is. This is Ken VC. It is very thoughtful. Uh Christmas in July. I am getting ready to send out notifications. Let me look at my calendar. Um I think that we are going to do our Christmas in July show or the Christmas in July raid train on Tuesday the 17th. Wait, no, that's wrong. Calm down. Tuesday the 15th. Tuesday the 15th. I'm getting ready to send out notifications to get people on the train. Brian, write that down. Um, Anybody else here? I'll be filling in spots with people. The 2021 reseller meetup, and today's 20. So 4 years, 4 years I've known Larry just through this community, just through the YouTube um, reselling community. Uh, Not as often as we should, but what Larry, every month, every couple of months, might go month and a half. We'll have like a chat on the phone, or maybe a video chat, maybe just talk on the phone a little bit, just to kind of catch up, see what's new, what's going on in life, what's going on in reselling, and that's always cool. Just when you get to know somebody and you get with your friends, where you're kind of past the whole reselling thing, because we know, we both do the reselling, we know what's going on there, but we talk about the fun stuff and exciting stuff there, but then just to talk about what's going on in life, and grow that friendship. So I appreciate you, Larry, for the shirt, for thinking about me, and I'm glad that you were here, that I could open it up live on the air to share it with everyone. um Yeah, hey, Breakdance and Judy. So sorry we missed you on your visit. Next time we're definitely going to meet. Yes, yes. When Brian was in town, it just wasn't working out schedule wise for them to get, because I don't live close. I'm an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where we were at the citywides. And in Brian's travels, it just didn't work for him to pass by to see the folks. Um, I was in Vegas for a week, and I heard you on Mike's B-Day show last night. And when I got a chance to sit down, you had gone to cut your grass. Yes, I was right in the middle of mowing last night, and it was getting dark on me. And there is also a great friend from the community office, Patrick. Patrick Murphy is here. Why, yes, hello. Chat and panel, sneaking in to say hello and light up that chat. Um, this is why. Oh, you're talking. Mary, you might be a little bit behind at this point. We were talking about Spectrum and how we lost internet, phone, TV, everything for quite a while one day, and it really stifled the reselling. Okay, Brian, I'm going to be sending out signups and stuff. I'm going to get those out to the people that were did it last year. Try to ask them first, and then get one of those sign up genius things going. That's part of my process today. And Brian said, or Brian, shit, Patrick, today was Skyline Chili Day. Get 10% for working at the college. Okay, there's an advantage. You know what? I got to tell you, Patrick, I'm not a Skyline chili. First of all, I'm not a chili fan. And then I'm not a fan of Skyline stuff, because it's like a Greek sauce, a Greek chili sauce that has like cinnamon in it. I love cinnamon, but not in my coney sauce or my spaghetti sauce or in my chili. Um uh so there's a Skyline chili in Jill's area, but not around here. It's raining. It's raining here, Mom. Well, how about them apples? It is raining out there. Maybe it'll cool things off. Now, see, Jeff is on the other hand, he loves the Skyline and wish they had one in North Carolina. Jill, it's sunshiny there, raining here. Get the four-way, no onions. How how do you have a link already, Brian? first first scheduled show he has. So yeah, I don't even have a show up yet for Bryant. Man, he's on top of it over there. Uh it's raining up in Michigan. My cat just walked inside soaking wet. Wh- Um my favorite weather condition is the drought. Day after day of hot, dry weather. I was built for a desert climate. Somehow I live in Ohio. Um First one scheduled. Yes, poor kitty. Uh I have asked multiple times for Spectrum to remove my dead mother off the mailing list, but nope. Every 3 weeks, having a great come home and check them out. Yeah, exactly. It's like pulling teeth. Um, what is up, Mary from Frizzy? Uh, yeah, it has been just absolutely brutal. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, get them off the list, especially if you contact them and request it. There's no reason that it should not be removed. Third 100-degree day here in Raleigh. Yeah, we've been the last 3 days, it has been in the upper 90s actual temperature with heat indexes 100 plus, 101, 102. It's one of those days where you walk out, you're in the air conditioning inside, and you walk outside and it just the heat just punches you right in the face. And it's like, you that the air is so heavy. So maybe this rain will alleviate. I'm looking up out that window right there. Um, just I don't know what I'm doing. I lost my train of thought. Let's see. Did I have anything else that I wanted to talk about? I kind of write stuff down during the week that I might want to talk about. It was under me until I took her a box back after started to get addressed to her current address. I have called in addition to handed mail to rep at the store. Yeah. Boo. Boo. Simmer down, Spectrum. Fix this stuff. Um, so I think that's about it. I like to say I have a few things that I have to um remember to get cash for this weekend. You never know. Yeah, sometimes the different events they only take cash, but nowadays a lot of these festivals and stuff only take cards, or they only take cards that they issue. I know the incarceration that's coming up. It's strictly all card based. Incarceration, which is that July 18th, 19th, 20th. We will be volunteering at that cool event too. The incarceration, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, um, uh, is a 3-day music festival that is held at the prison where the Shawshank Redemption movie was filmed. Um, and they've got 3 huge stages, and in the prison they have tattoo. It's called ink incarceration, like ink, like a tattoo would be. Um, and they uh I'm trying to look up the um they have tattoo artists from all over the United States, all over the world that are in like the prison, and they do tattoos all weekend. And bands like this year, the headliners. Um, I did talk a little bit about mac and cheese earlier, about how Kraft has not given up any money, and I might switch over to 32 degrees. try to get some sponsorship money out of those people. Yes, it's in Mansfield. It's in Mansfield, Mary. Um, but the headlining bands this year are Falling in Reverse, Slipknot, which I've heard of Slipknot, and one of the coolest band names I think out there, Five Finger Death Punch, is the main headliner on Sunday evening. But you've got Lamb of God, 3 Days Grace, Marilyn Manson will be there, Knocked Loose, Beartooth, and then a whole host of other bands. It's like all day, 3 days, 3 stages, 60 plus bands. America's Rock and Metal Tattoo Festival, and that's coming up here just a few weeks, July the 18th. We volunteer. One of our good friends is a um, one of our good friends works for the kind of the Destination Mansfield, it's called, and they run the information booth for the event, and we volunteer for shift on that. And look at there, fun fact: when I was in college, I helped open the Chuck E. Cheese in Mansfield. Well, how about them apples? That's cool. I don't know, Jill, is that Chuck E. Cheese still open, or did they close that one? Have they closed it down? No reflection on Johnny over there, but because it had a good run, it was there. Frizzy, that's super close to my house. Yeah, it is very very close to Jill's house, right around the corner. Um, literally. Oh, and it is closed now. It is closed now. The mouse is no longer Chuck E. Cheese stuff. Chuck E. Cheese stuff, doesn't it sell pretty well depending on what you find and what you get? Um, yeah, it's the Avita Hospital. Avita Hospital is a hospital kind of chain or conglomerate in our area, and they have been taking over the mall that that Chuck E. Cheese was in, and they call it, rather than the hospital, they call it the mall spital. Now, they took over where the Lazarus used to be, and they took over the other end, I think, and some of the stuff in between. Um, Great idea to convert an old mall into hospital. You already got plenty of parking. Uh, and Mary says she's never been to the festival. I think it's right by the old prison. I'm running in and out since I moved this weekend. Um, Mary, it is actually, it's not right beside the old prison. It is at the old prison, on the grounds of the prison where they did the Shawshank, and they actually do all the tattooing inside the prison. Plus, you can take tours. They have what's called their blood prison. It's a haunted house that's in that prison. Uh, very cool to see. Um, I should, Brendan, get maybe I should get some mac and cheese, like make my head look like a big bowl of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Then they might pay attention. Uh yes, yeah, Marriott is actually at yeah, have some stuff from when you worked there that's worth a ton. So, Johnny, are you from Ohio, or was it, you said when you were in college, were you from the area, or what, were you just going to like the OSU branch there, or what's uh yes, you were right on track. Yeah, the old prison. We did that was one of the things that Brian and Tracy did want to do. Now we didn't have time to go through the tour of the old prison, but we got to be outside and walk around and see the building. It's amazing, the kind of the architecture um of the old prison, and the story. Um Repurpose a hat. Oh, okay. You live in Buffalo, but you traveled for then opening new stores. Did you ever get to be the mouse? Did you ever once like get to put on a Chuck E. Cheese costume and be the mouse, or were you just there in a like a management organizational capacity? Jill, should I schedule an appointment and get a bowl of mac and cheese tattooed on my head? I mean, I wear a hat most of the time, so it wouldn't be embarrassing to you, but when we weren't together, I could just have a mac and cheese head. A million times you got to be the mouse. I love that. That is fun. That see, I don't have a cool story like that. It's like I went to school and I went to school then for printing. I worked at this I worked in a grocery store for about a year and a half, and then I worked at the same company for 32 years, and now I do this. That's my story. That's my story. I never got to be the Chuck E. Cheese. I never got to be, although I do have like, that's probably why I dress up in my own costumes. I got all kinds of costumes and all kinds of stuff, and I like to be silly and do stuff like that. Um, Stephen Garish can do. Oh, that's right, tattoo. Tattoo. He's a tattoo. That's a friend of ours, Stephen Garish. Um, Shout out to the Stephanie Garish. Um, he's a friend of ours that has become a tattoo artist, a tattooist, a tattooing. Oh no, that isn't Star Wars. You'll never find a more what treacherous. What is that? Mos Eisley spaceport on tattooing. You'll never find a more wretched place. Don't be the mouse. 0 out of 10. Don't recommend. Were you the mouse? Yeah, that would probably happen. People will be trying to dig at my head with a fork and with a fork or a spoon. I eat my mac and cheese with a spoon because I like mine extra creamy. I put extra milk in there. What is up, Christine Harden? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm just kind of rambling, watching the chat, talking about stuff. Uh, yeah, something makes me think that Brendan was the mouse. Brendan was also the mouse at the Chuck E. Cheese. So I think he said something about the costume smelling, and like you'd come in for your shift, and the guy before you, if he was all like sweaty and hot and gross, you just had to put all the time, unfortunately. See, I see everybody now I can say in my life, this is actually almost a bucket list thing now. I know two people I have physically met because I got to meet Johnny in Nashville for the first time. Again, another person that we've crossed paths for a number of years here on YouTube. Got to meet him. And Brendan, I've got to meet a few times and hang out with him. I know two people. Yeah, putting on that costume was the worst. Brendan keeps getting cooler and cooler. Uh yeah. I can only imagine. I had to do that once. I did a Santa gig at what was it, Jill? Like PetSmart? Like PetSmart over in Jillstown. That was you bring your pet in to get their picture taken with Santa. And I did a shift of that one year. And yeah, you just basically, the Santa's oh ho, and he leaves and he goes in the back room, and then you come and you just put on that suit right after, because I didn't have my own Santa suit at that time. You just put on that same suit that that guy had on, the wig, you're putting on the beard that he's been breathing in like all morning. And but you didn't really think about that stuff back in the day. Now, now after the COVID and all that stuff, it's like, no way, I'll bring my own suit. Plus, my suit was a lot nicer than theirs. Um, Ever see the mozzarella stick tat on the inside elbow? When you stretch your arm, it shows the string cheese inside. That's see, I just get a bunch of cheese tats. Ooh, now Jill's a big fan of cheese. Cheese tats. Okay, I'm going to end that conversation and that thought line right there. I mean, we're all adults. We're all adults here. We can say stuff, but some things are better left unsaid. Yeah, it did build up the immune system. Put that Santa beard on. None of it even had time to dry out because people were in line waiting for Santa to show up, waiting with their dogs and their animals. So not only that, not only have you a Santa suit that somebody else is wearing, you have Santa suit that people's dogs been sitting in their lap and hanging out. Oh, I don't have those pictures right here. Sometime I will show the pictures again of a friend of Jill's that took his dogs to the PetSmart. Um, uh, to get his pictures with Santa, and just how horrible the picture was. The guy ended up having to Photoshop his dogs in front of a real Santa. Um, you could Brendan says you could see his ankles because the suit was too short. Also, kids are scared of a 6'10" mouse. I could see that. I could see that. Oh, Brendan, come. This is fun. I know personally two Chuck E. Cheeses, two former Chuck E. Cheeses. Um, yeah, it's okay. Ken will never. I would probably not get a tattoo. I'm not opposed. Some tattoos are really cool on people. I think some people overdo the tattoos. Um, but tattoos they're a personal thing that people get. They all have, each one of them has some sort of meeting meaning. Um, yeah, exactly. Uh, People were like, I wouldn't put that suit on for $1,000. And you did it for $5 an hour back in the day. Exactly. And you were happy to do it. It's like, oh, I'm going to go on my shift and I'm going to have fun with the kids. Well, probably the first couple of days. Hey, let's have fun with the kids. And it's like, $5 an hour to put this suit on. Didn't think anything about it. I love that. All right, folks, I got to get some stuff done. I got to get some packing done. I got to get packages delivered. I got to go to the Walmart and pick up a few things, um, and then get back here and get some more work done. Get that Christmas in July. Carolyn, if you're still here, you had asked when the first Christmas in July show is. Um, the plans would be to have at a minimum of one Christmas in July show each week in July, including the raid train or in addition to the raid train. And again, next week I have kind of an announcement about that. Something that's cool that I'm going to be doing. Um, and I'm going to use the whatnot to help support that. And you have one listed already. One listed in your, yeah, he is the show listed, and I haven't even sent out an invite yet. I should just let him leave it up there and not invite him to the show, not put Brian on the schedule, and he wouldn't be. I wouldn't do that. I'm looking forward to have Brian on the train. Um, get a tattoo that says tattoo. I'm gonna get a tattoo that says the plane. Huh? Huh? Anyone? Or is that just a good is that just a good time to end? Uh, okay. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. I know, Joe. I'm sorry. Shout out. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Brian. Two people, two people got the reference at least. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I could just sit here all day and talk and chat and stuff. I appreciate everybody. Tonight, um, if you didn't link it earlier or click on it earlier, t-shirt, graphic t-shirt battle tonight on Jack's Treasures channel against Kristen O'Rule Squirrel. It'll be fun. It'll be epic. Um, well, I'll say, even if it's not epic, and even if both of their shirts just totally suck and nobody bids on them at all, I guarantee it'll be fun because the combination of Brian and Tracy and Kristen O'Rule Squirrel, it's going to be great. But I can tell you, I know both of them. And I know that the shirts are going to be epic. And I know that the bids are going to go tuk, 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 right up. And it's going to be a battle. And as much as I love my friend Brian, I predict another loss. I predict a 3-3 record after June. And so go watch that. Go have fun. Enjoy the day. Be careful out there. If it's this oppressive, brutal heat, stay hydrated at all times. Try to stay inside, be cool, get some stuff done. But if you have to be out and about or you have to do stuff, stay hydrated. Enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the week. We are traveling tomorrow and going to have fun at the Mississippi River Music Festival. And we'll tell you about that next week on the show, along with some Christmas and July stuff. So enjoy your day, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. And we will see you next week, next Wednesday on Ken versus 10.